So this is casting for a game submission by Swix, and this one was submitted in Discord. So Swix is blue, playing as the Magyars, and we've got David Galkiki. Don't know if that's pronounced right. Galkiki playing as the red, as Burgundians. Interesting to say Burgundians. I don't think they really excel in anything early game, for sure. They're a bit basic. Potentially a little bit mental when you get into like late game and you can just turn everything into effectively really good champions. Yeah, cheers Combat. Thanks for joining me. Good night, mate. Yeah, we're Eagles against the Road Raiders. Yeah, it doesn't go well, does it? What was I saying? Can't remember now. Anyway, so the maps look a bit bad, don't they? They're not, you know, with the current meta where everybody walls up, this one is certainly one that's going to be very, very difficult to wall up. Basically, when you get a map like this, I just crumble. It's like, what can I do? You know, can't wall up here. That's something I need to improve on. And I suppose the blue map as well is just as bad. In that respect, massive wide expanse here. I mean, how bad is that blue map? 2 wood lines. I mean, yeah, great, it's got a decent backwood, but that's it. 2 wood lines. One at front, one at the back. Nothing you can do with it. At least the red player's got 3 wood lines. I've still not changed the mod. I really need to do that. Small trees mod. Yeah, still need to do that. Does small trees mod work on Capture Age? I don't know. We'll see. Might not actually work on Capture Age. Anyway, so yeah, not much happening in Dark Age. Yeah, it's pretty boring, isn't it, Dark Age? So I'm just chatting rubbish. So back, 2 back gets like secondary and third gold for the red player. That's pretty decent, especially if he's able to kind of get things walled off a little bit. It kind of makes up for the fact that his goals, his main goals at the front. Yeah, so that's pretty good, to be fair. Front stone, not great, but secondary stone's kind of off to the side. So if you're able to wall up along here, then that's all going to be well protected, isn't it? But yeah, those are a bit bad. Back berries, that's nice. Looking back at the blue base, golden stone positions are okay. Not amazing. Berries are pretty bad, with them being at the front. Secondary gold's not too bad either. But it's in the big expanse that you're never going to be able to wall up. I suppose unless you use that gold and these trees as parts of your wall, you can wall up along there, but it's not ideal, is it, by any means? Certainly not ideal. So no barracks is down yet for either player, so it looks as though there's not going to be any Drush or man at arms. Let's just have a little look actually what the ELO for Swix is, because I don't actually know. So let me just type that in the chat. ELO Swix. Hopefully it will come up. Not coming up with anything. What am I doing wrong? Did that last time. A bit weird. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what his ELO is. ELO command doesn't work. What if I do it as rank? Does that work? Would be nice to find out. Rank Swix. Is it? Oh, here we go. 1391 actually Swix. So yeah, pretty decent level. So we're about, what's that, about top 15%? Top 10? Probably not quite top 10%, is it? I think, or would it be top 10%? 1391. Don't know. Have to have a look. Yeah, 1391. So certainly better player than I am. I wonder if we're going to be going for scouts. Looks as though we're going for scouts. 20 pop scouts for blue. 19 pop something. for blue, sorry. 20 pop scouts for red. Oh, no. That's village count. So 21 pop scouts for red, 20 scouts for blue, potentially. We've got the barracks coming up now for blue. I don't know. Swix, yeah. I don't know. You can figure it out. I think I've just confused myself. Okay, barracks coming up for red as well. Blue's got his up and just about to come in. And stable is going down. Is it? Will we get stable down? Not got enough wood. Too busy walling. Stable coming out for blue though. There we go. Stable coming down now for red as well. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have a bit of a scout war. Swix has been able to pretty much get walled up along here, so he's kind of safe. The only problem, or the big problem with this, is the fact that you're not going to be collecting resources from there. But it's kind of like the only way you can secure your base really from this perspective. Don't know what their villagers doing, but yeah, this big expanse here is always going to be the hard bit. But he is getting some more walls down. Do we have scouts being made? There's actually no scouts being produced for blue, so he's kind of changed his mind. He's done some scouting. He's seen, right, you know, I'm not going to be able to get in the base with the scouts. There's no point me investing all that food into scouts. Just try and get walled up. Try and prevent him from coming in. Get some sort of defense going if we can with spearmen, and then get ourselves up to the castle age. And that's essentially all you can do at this point. So it's really important to get your scouting information and know, you know, if you can't get in, just kind of turn defensive and try and just get up to the castle age. You know, get some spearmen down and try and get walled up yourself. And let's get to the castle age, get some knights, and on the way you go. But I think the scouts are coming in now for the red player. Yep. Quite low on HP. Looks as though he's probably stopped as well because he knows he can't really get in. Just a shame for him that he's invested the food there, but yeah, fully walled and protected. There's no way of him getting in now. And this is the thing, right? And this is why I was quite interested to see these guys both going for Scout Rush actually. But then again, I suppose 20 pop was quicker than a man at arms, but so it's like almost like your only option really is to do a Drush right nowadays with the meta. You've got a Drush. There's no point doing anything else almost. I think in these situations where they're fully walled up, you can potentially drop a tower to get through the wall, but yeah, I just don't like this meta particularly nowadays. And it takes the fun out of it. Because people everyone used to wall before, but they never used to wall up quite so early. Because it was always thought of as being too much of a drain on your economy. So I don't think people would start generally walling until you've got to the feudal age, you know? Yeah, it just seems to be just such a big thing now. Just get walled up, you know? I can remember actually losing games before, and I think there's someone quite a higher level than me was watching, like, you know, giving me a bit of coaching. This was years ago, and he was like, the reason you lost because you walled up too early. It ruined your resource gathering, etc. But nowadays, it would have been in line with, you know, timings and stuff for that. It's quite interesting how the game changes. I think the reason I would have lost that game is just because I'm rubbish, you know. We're going to be honest. It's just because I'm not very good. Cool, anyway, yeah, not a great deal happening at this point. The villager count pretty even. Idle TC time was pretty even. Idle villager time. Red players had quite a bit more, but nothing too strenuous, you know, too different between the two of them. The red player's just got to keep chipping away now, trying to get in, and it's at that point where it's just the annoyance of, okay, well, if I attack here, it's just going to make a house. Obviously, those spearmen have been able to come in and inflict a bit of damage on that. Which is the Discord of the channel, please. Walsh, if you have a look on my YouTube channel, there's an invitation for the Discord on there. There's also on Twitch, if you look on the About page, I think there's a Discord button you can press on the About page. I might be wrong, do correct me if it's not on there, but I can't really access it at the moment. But it should be on there, on the About page. If you have a look. I think so anyway. As I say, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I put it on. So the About page on Twitch. So second stable coming down for Swix. So we're definitely going to be going for Night Rush. Or, well, not Night Rush, we're going for 2 stable knights. Looks as though we're going to be doing the same for the Burgundians as well. Which will probably be Cavalier. Obviously the Burgundians get Cavalier, they don't get Bloodlines, but they do get Cavalier. So you would expect that's what we'll see from the Burgundian player. Yeah, not huge amount of happening. Actually, let me see if I can get the link for you, Walsh. Just whilst nothing's happening on the channel, on the video. Yeah, so there's definitely a link on the there we go, on the About page, but I have now just copied it. There you go. Cool. Right, so oh god, so I'm trying to use a phone just to like view the chat, and it's all just gone crazy. Right, so yeah, coming forward, Blue coming forward with a Siege Workshop. Plenty of knights on the way out for him now as well. Red is currently getting all the upgrades that he needs, so he's got the chain barding armor and cavalier upgrade coming in now as well. But there's no knights being produced, is there? Oh, yes, there are. Would be helpful if it told you on here what was being produced. That doesn't seem to. It seems to show me what research is being done, but not actually what their what the production queue is. Unless I just can't see it. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Wash. So, Blue trying to get in there. Not quite get in. Certainly got the numbers lead over Red in terms of troops. Upgrades, we're looking at +2, +1. There we go, +2. So fully upgraded knights for Blue. +1, +2 for the Cavalier for Red. We do have the numbers lead. 5 Cavalier versus 12 Knights, with a couple of Spearmen in that. So yeah, I think yeah, more Knights coming in now as well. Just being able to pick off that villager with the scout. Forward market, pro strats. Yeah, it's not looking good for the red players in and losing those 2 Cavalier. Meanwhile, Swix is putting in a bit of pressure here. Was that worth doing, or was that a mistake to let him in the base there? I think we'll see whether it was a mistake or not. See how many villages are going to go down from that. I can see why he did it, but he might have been better off just running away with those two Cavalier. No. Oh, yeah, there's quite a few villagers going down there at the bottom. He's managed to clear up the army, but yeah, so he probably was worth it. Probably was worth it. He's got pretty much got a lead now, military wise, and really getting on top of things. Yeah, Welsh, if you drop me a DM on Discord, just let me know what build order PDFs you want for the subscription, and I'll get those over to you, mate. I could probably just do it via Discord. I could just upload the PDFs to you on there via the messenger service. So yeah, if anyone else is looking at gaining PDFs, the build orders, any build order on the channel, just let me know which ones you want. You can get 10 for a subscription to the Twitch channel. Eventually we'll become part of a Patreon as well, so we do have over 40 on the YouTube channel, and you can buy them on Twitch for a subscription. You can just choose which ones you want, and then if you're in Discord you can just message me and I'll send them over to you, or you can sort of DM me with an email address I can send them to. Nice little bit of a, I was going to say a little bit of a raise, not really doing much are they there. Looks like there's maybe a monk coming to target that one, yeah. So that's certainly going to be a bit of an issue for the red player with there being so many monks you know, knocking around now. Somebody needs to try and get some sort of an advantage here. So been able to, is he going to be able to? Yeah, so he's converted one of the knights. That's great. I think the blue player's probably still just got too many monks. So it's really going to make life difficult. A few more villagers going down now for the red player. I mean, he does have the villager lead by having 3 town centres versus the 1 from blue, but yeah, he's not been able to capitalise on having that sort of economy advantage by having the 3 town centres. It's kind of had to probably not been producing from all 3, because he's got the need to get an army produced. We're going to lose that cavalier to the monk. Managed to delete it. So well spotted, but yeah, quite a nice little forward base now from blue, with the siege workshop and monasteries, and is still able to just filter more and more knights forward. So I think that's the big issue with the Burgundians. You know, you can invest so much into having cavalier in the castle age, but you're quite vulnerable to monks, as knights always are. It's just how much can you capitalise on that advantage of having the extra. I mean, effectively you just gain an extra 2 attack, because it kind of works out pretty much the same as having knights with bloodlines. Obviously these guys don't get bloodlines. That seemed a bit of whether he's just trying to bait him in towards the town centre. It seemed like a little bit of a desperate move in some respects, but definitely needs to try and take those monks out if he's able to. It's either a case of try and take the monks out, or just commit everything to try and get on top of the knights. I think it's going to be quite difficult. Yeah, I feel as though Red's a little bit stuck on what he wants to do here, or what he can do. You know? Finding it quite difficult to get on top of things, or you know, things like that. But nice little bit of a raid from blue, but it's making you wonder if is it been worth throwing away all that many knights? Possibly, because it's, you know, Red is getting to a stage where he's able to keep getting more and more villagers, so to be able to keep things fairly even, he's had to go in and do a bit of a raid, really. And he's still got a decent enough army there to kind of keep maintaining the pressure. Yeah, he's lost quite a few knights there, but he's able to keep on top of things, so there is that. Plus he's got that many monks, he can just, you know, heal up the ones he's got as well. Converting frontier villages though. I see. I need to start using monks a bit more in game. So I think I'm not very good with monks. Let's be honest. I'm not. Let's be honest. I'm not very good with much. But yeah, I think I would benefit by incorporating them into my game a little bit more. I think red should be able to clear these knights up. Yeah, it definitely looks as though he's going to. So again, blue jumping in there to cause a bit of havoc and some destructions, pick off a few villagers, but yeah, he's going to lose all of his knights again. I think he's kind of had, as I say, he's sort of having to do that because if he just left it and didn't commit, then red has got free reign to boom his economy. Probably would have liked to have seen a bit of siege coming out in somewhere. Whether that's to harass this town centre here. I mean, he probably doesn't even know that's there, to be fair. I don't think he's had any troops going over that direction. But yeah, it would certainly be nice to see a couple of mangonels come down here and, you know, attack that gold spot. There's just too many monks on the field, I think. There's just too many monks. They're just ooh, that's a lot of cavalier though. Especially as blues ran in there. He's coming forward with a castle, so is that a bit of a delaying tactic? Is that you know, the knights are kind of like sacrificial lambs? They were sacrificed. Those cavalier just made pretty much short work of them. Is there a hole down here? Is there a gap? There is now. I mean, he's going to lose a lot because of the monks. They're definitely going to be causing him some issues, but he's not going to deny the castle, but it certainly caused quite a lot of a problem for the blue player. But blue managing to get the castle up, so it's kind of he's been able to push the red player off the gold there. These farms, he's pushed him off. He's been able to collect from that gold mine there. There's Elmstone here. that monk just sitting there. So yeah, Swix just sort of slowly chipping away here. Losing quite a few troops, I think, but well, it looks as though he's actually got more kills than he has died, which is interesting. I'm surprised at that. 26 kills, 14 deaths. That doesn't sound right. I'm sure there's been more deaths than that. Especially the red player. Surely he's lost more than 26 because he lost quite a few villagers, as well as quite a few cavalier. Unless I'm just not reading that right. I don't know what it looks like down there though. How's that changed to 15? A bit weird. I don't know how the kills has got it. It's changed from 16 to 15. As one of the red or blue units been resurrected. Not sure. Unless I'm just reading that wrong. That says eco KD. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. What was KD for the eco? God knows. Still need to get around capture agent thing. Is the Patreon up for the build orders? It's not yet, mate. No. No, I've kind of got too many things I'm trying to work on at the minute. Dragon Dozer. You can get actually get 10 build orders today, PDFs, for a subscription to Twitch. You can obviously use Prime subscription for that. I'll probably keep it as 10 going forward, to be honest. So 10 for a sub. Obviously, you just need to send me a DM to say which ones you want, and perhaps an email address that I can email them to, or Discord. You can send me a message on Discord, and I can just kind of send them over to you directly on Discord. So there's Knights getting cleared up again, but one more castles coming down on Red's face, really. But it's quite interesting this game because the blue player seems to be losing quite a lot of Knights. Yeah, Red has got the higher kills. Yeah, Red's killed more. Yeah, keeps losing his army, but still manages to push forward. A bit weird. So, sorry, I just had to cough there, so I just messed it about with the microphone. I need to set my mute hotkey. Yeah, I think it's a strange one. I think Red just needs to be more aggressive, but there's not a huge amount that he can do. It's a bit weird. As I say, Blue keeps losing his army, but within a couple of minutes he's got an army again. But yeah, he's just sitting there with the Cavalier because of all Blue's monks. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it's quite a difficult one for him, I think. I mean, he's got loads of stables down, but he's not got an economy to do anything with them. He has got Paladin now, though, which is good. Obviously, the Paladin for the Burgundians is a lot cheaper than it is for anyone else. But certainly Paladins versus Knights is going to be a big advantage for him. He should be able to clear that army up again. It's just the monks you know, making the conversions. But if he's able to get some more Paladin out and really get a good mass together, that should make things a little bit easier for him, especially if he can get some trebuchet out to try and take down those castles as well. Really think he should be perhaps doing a little bit more with those. You don't want to be attacking the castle, that's for sure. Not a huge amount going off. I mean, he's been able to break out and go forward, start taking a look at having a bit of a counter attack. It's taken you know, a good 40 minutes, 47 minutes in game time to for Red to start launching a proper attack on Blue. So obviously the Paladin upgrade really helped him there. But has he left himself too vulnerable at home now? That is the question. That is the question. No, he's got some more Paladin, so he should be fine. But really well played from Blue. There's just been so much constant pressure from Blue the whole game. Perhaps just, as I say, just losing too many of his troops along the way. But he's been able to keep pushing, getting castles down, and is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Blue doing a great job at you know, sort of quick walling in here. Certainly back at the red base. Blue trying to raid the economy a little bit. Causing him quite a few issues, but the Paladin versus Castle Age Knights is just too much. It's just too OP, isn't it? He's able to get in. Oh, with one Paladin. Just send that Paladin to kill that villager. No. Oh, that was so close. But Imperial Age about to come in for Blue now, but I think it's just a little too late. I feel it's a little too late for obviously getting Trebuchet out and making much of an impact there on the red base. And I think this is very much swung into the favour of of the red player. That one he's managed to get in. He's in. He's getting a defensive castle up, which is great. It's what he needed, but and quickly having to try and rush some pikemen out, but it's just going to be too much. I think it's going to be too much. However, quite a big economy difference between the two players. I mean, David did have 130 villages when I last looked, so I don't know if he's just killed a load or whether the blue player was able to kill them. But yeah, red really pushing that back now, getting some scout cavalry or light cav just to clear up the villages down there. The paladins just raiding the eco here, and this is looking as though it's going to be GG anytime now. Unlucky Swix. This was a really good game. It's just I say unlucky, I might be surprised yet. But it's certainly looking as though it's only going one way. There's 23 pikemen versus quite a large army altogether for the red player, as well as this big raid going on. This is all gonna go. Yeah, very well played, blue. We've got here in the town centre. Quite certainly not giving up just yet. He's still going, but certainly feels as though that's the direction we're heading in. Now, whether the 36 spearmen, pikemen now, whether they're able to turn the tide, we shall find out. But there is a 20 villager difference now because of that raid, which was fantastic. Red just clearing up down here. This is, I suppose, giving the blue player the opportunity to get the pikeman. See, he's going to end up pulling it back now, isn't he? I'm going to eat my words. Because... Okay. Do we feel as though Flemish militia is going to be coming in at some point? Seems to be a lot of upgrades coming in for infantry. I'm assuming Flemish militia will be affected by that, or is he just going to go for champions or halberdier of his own? Can't quite see what he's going to be going for. Getting hussar. So he's making a switch. Yeah, it's going to be going for champions with hussar. See, he's made me eat my words now. The pikemen have totally turned the game. Interesting. Can he get to champion or at least long swordsman quickly enough to try and turn this around? Certainly got enough barracks to do a good job. Obviously it would have been nice if those villagers would have actually built those ones. Halberdiers raiding the economy, causing quite an issue. Idle eco time 5 hours. It's funny. I think it is with this game on Discord. Thank you very much, Dragon Dozer, for the subscription. Yeah, if you're on Discord, just drop me a message in Discord. I can send you the build orders, whichever ones you choose on there, or you can DM me on here with an email address, and I can email the your chosen ones over to you. It will be after the stream it's finished. Thank you very much. So I think on what was I saying? Yeah, on Discord, I think Swix actually said about this game that it probably went on longer than it should, and that he failed to make the switch as early as he probably could have done. So I expect that's what he was talking about. I expect this halberdier switch is the key, along with cav archers. Are we going to see cav archers? I mean, he's got plenty of gold in the bank, so could very well mean that we're going to have cav archers to counter whatever else he throws out. So the champions, we've got Magyar Hussar, which is good. So obviously they're not costing any gold at this point, they're purely food. A little raid going in at the top there with some paladin and hussar, just clearing up that gold mine. So a nice little raid there. They're going to get into the enemy base now as well and start raiding the economy a bit more. But in the meantime, he's also attacking these two town centres with the hussar and pushing in with the halberdiers just to try and defend a little bit. But certainly the hussar get up there a lot quicker than the halberdier do. Yeah, so we're seeing cav archers. So there's been a bit of a switch to pikes or halberdiers with cav archers now. So perhaps that is the switch that he was talking about in Discord. Is that going to be the killer switch here? I think a lot of these, these hussar are just running in and dying, so there's not really any cause for concern there, I don't think. Obviously this has all been cleared up for the from the red player. Champion, they are definitely going to be needed to kind of back up the hussar, which have actually stopped going in there now. So you're just going to be sending the champions in, but well, 200 swordsmen, but how long are they going to last against the town centres with the halberdier? We don't know. So it's kind of started to mellow out a bit now. It's kind of started to die off a little bit. I think perhaps the red player is a bit unsure on what he needs to do, and he's having to run away now with the champions. I keep calling them champions, not champions. 200 swordsmen. What's he doing? He's been able to get some paladin together, so that's good for him. I think that's certainly going to be a big help. I kind of think the problem he's got is his army's just so spread out all over the place, and it's given Blue the opportunity to just come forward down the middle, getting another castle, and also causing a few issues. Well, not causing a great deal of issues just yet with the cav archers, but certainly the paladin will be able to push them away. In the meantime, 200 swordsmen will just tear down that town centre. Nothing there to protect him, so that whole bit of eco is going to go. I don't think there's really much happening elsewhere. Let's see if those paladins will catch up with those villagers and take those down. Should be able to, yeah, infantry over onto the town centre there. Looking at this side, is the red player starting to make a little bit of a push against the archery ranges, get rid of those, try and slow down that cav archer production. In the meantime, massive bit of the economy come forward now because there's no wood at the back of the blue base, so it's kind of had to go and put himself in harm's way. It really needs to keep these protected, and it's going to be really really quite a struggle, I think, to keep those guys safe. As you can see, those halberdier are in there, going to be slowing down that production. Plenty of resources in the bank for the cav archers. It just needs to get them produced, which is obviously takes time. They do take a little while to produce. Those siege rams are coming out, capture rams, sorry, coming out and causing them a few issues there. Hussar on the wood line, but back in the main base we've got the paladin completing another raid. Looks as though we've actually got a Magyar Hussar raid going off in the bottom of Red's base as well, so quite an exciting game, quite a lot happening in this one. The paladin just Probably trying to see if there's actually anything on the wood line there, and obviously finding out that there isn't. Good little bit of raid in here. I don't think red has noticed that this is happening. Obviously a bit of a shame that they're just attacking the town centre, but more Magyar Hussar just doing a little bit of a raid. Obviously the two-handed swordsman there is been able to pick up on that. And meanwhile, red player's going to keep on trying to get these now. Well, now there's a Magyar Hussar there, yeah, so those rams are going to go down quite easily. That's fine. We're going to be able to turn the tide there. Still a little bit of raiding with the paladin in the back of Blue's base. He was going in there with the champions a minute ago, but he's kind of bringing those forward. Not sure why he's bringing those forward, because they're going to die pretty well, or pretty easily against the cav archers. Yeah, probably would have just left those in in the blue base, if I'm honest. I don't know. Why is he attacking the castle with it? I feel like he's just kind of clicked there just to get him to die. I don't know. Or it's a misclick or what. I don't know. Or they just did it on their own accord. May have just done it on their own accord, eh? Yeah, okay, so the cav archers are really making the difference here, and I suppose the red player's lack of options against the cav archers is causing them some issues. So the only option he's got is some siege perhaps, but obviously there's quite a big gold cost to that. He does have the resources for it, but he's just not got any archery ranges at all, so it's not like he can go for skirms at this point. So it's going to be quite difficult for him to get on top of the cav archers, I think. He says, just as he starts clearing it up. With the paladin. There's paladin was the answer. He's been able to clear it up though. It's quite a long game. 57, 59 villages for blue though, so red player's got twice the economy.